Wow. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are good. Once again, it is Sunday. And since this is our first time, I wish you all a happy new year. I hope you had a wonderful blast into the new year. You partied very hard and very strong and very nice. And I know most of us have some goals for this year, and we will talk about it today. Today, we're not here to bore you with any other topic but just to have a free talk. So your topic is my topic, and the topics we bring, you are free to interact and also write. Call in. The numbers will be displayed below very soon. And yes, and give, let's say, the little advice or things that we've learned in 2021 that will help us in 2022. That is what we're gonna do today, and I'm very happy to see you here. So immediately you come on, please don't waste time. Just give a shout out, just say hi, so that we can welcome you accordingly, respectfully, royal as you are. And royals, I always say, royals don't hide. You understand? So when you come, stop the back watch, come on live. This year is going to be wonderful, and with you we are going to create a lot of impacts that have started already, impact that people are recognizing and people are yet to recognize even more. I'm very grateful to have you on this show, and everybody that is showing up today. Your blessings are going to be full, of course, because there's one thing, you talk about it, and the other is you make it happen. And TNT, we don't talk about it alone, we make it happen. And because we make it happen, anything in your life is going to manifest itself. Anything that you desire so much, you have been praying for, whatever it might be. I know for this year, some of you are going to wear rings. It's just a wish for you. It's not a prophecy. You can call it a prophecy, but this is very real. Till the end of this year, if anyone watching me, you have not made it in life, we have to ask God. Because if He's the God He is, and He's my God, and not only that of Abraham and Isaac and those people we call their name, but it is your God and it's my God, that you are going to make it this year. And we'll be counting dollars and pounds and euros and gold on this platform. I welcome you all to TNT. I'm very happy to see you once again. Please don't make the mistake to come on and run off, because there are good things for you today. And if we implement everything, for sure, it's going to be a blast. Let me quickly welcome those that are already on. And yes, hey, Stella Weber. You see those that are on. Stella came in. We will talk about Stella today. I'm going to gossip about you, pa. So welcome, Ians, my dear sister. Good evening and happy new year to you all, as she says. Let me put it on. Good evening. She's now called Mama Triple N. Okay. So Mama Triple N, I will just go straight up to it. She has a page which is still called Mama Double N on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I don't know if I should talk more about it because I've been talking more about it. I know most of you have visited here, and if you visit now, please, there's a button there. It's called subscribe. There's another thing there. Minim says subscribe, and it's the same thing with the bell now, but just press anything that you need to press. Follow, subscribe, ring the bell, ding dong, king kong, do everything, and make sure you are following a sister. You understand? Because together we are going to make it big this year, and I don't want to leave you out. Yes. Okay, it's not Mama Triple N, it's Mama Double N now, yes. And she also says that wishing you all only the best things of this year. Thank you very much. Then we have Yvonne Gariba. Yvonne Gariba looks like me. If you don't see it, but she looks like me. Another twinnie. Happy New Year. I don't know Anka Afishiapa. You should write Afishiapa. Thank you. Yvonne Gariba said, I'm not hiding. No, I know you are not hiding because you are royal. You don't hide. Amen and amen, Minister D. Yes, Stella says that. Amen. Oh, yes, Stella. If you want, I'll be visible. Oh. So, right from the beginning, yes, right from the beginning. Then it's not Mama Triple N, bro. It's Mama Double N. Oh, I mean, it's now, okay, it's now Mama Triple N. Okay, sorry. It's now Mama Triple N. The double N, she has just erased it and she is into the double N. So please, please, please do well to follow Mama Triple N. You know, when the blessings are coming, make it visible. And she's making it visible. I love that so much. Please give me a second. Let me just highlight someone here so that we can get it moving. You guys are doing so great. I've missed all of you. I know that this year that is coming, we have a lot of things to do. And we'll be doing a lot of things together, like, making people happy as we did the end of the year. There are a lot of comments that came, and I'm so glad and happy for it that it reached somewhere. Yes. And yeah. Let's see this one. Yvonne Gariba says, Afishiapa. Fenkombetu afisese. Na Yvonne, ubube ewochi. I hope you understood that one. Ian say, yeah, I've changed the name. Thank you very, 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 very much for joining in. So we are not wasting time. I'm just with my left hand trying to, kick in some information, pass on some links to some people, and then we will go. That is why I'm pulling my words so long, but in just like 10 seconds, we are good to go. And I know you will love today's session for sure, because it is us that are running this program right now, not only me. So I am done with the side infos and everything. So please, if you are on, just do all of us a favor and do yourself a favor. Let people know that you are listening to something good. It is only when you value, what you do, that is the way people will value it as well. And TNT, the truth, nothing but the truth, we say it as it is. Yes. So people that are still strong in this business, pushing us, I'll make it very quick. I won't bore you and I won't take much of your time, as probably our panelists will be joining us very soon. We still go on. We have Royal Consult. Royal Consult, we have been saying it last year. This year, they try and see what is Royal Consult. If not, now inbox me. I'll tell you what is Royal Consult. It's all about the home office helping you translating things and those things that you cannot do. We have people that will help you out. And please, all these things, we are doing it to help ourselves. And for sure, it's not free, but it's for sure cheaper than if you go to Gemma City Behörde and then you get someone at the end of the day, this is going to the account of your brother. One thing that we brothers and sisters have failed to do is to support each other, because when the money is getting into your brother's account, now you have a problem with it. It shouldn't be your problem, because when I have and you have, now that's what will flow. I wouldn't like to come and ask you to borrow for €2 or €10, because I have and you have, and then we exploit and we fly like the eagle. If the Nigerian Super Eagles, they fly together. You understand? And that's how we are supposed to fly this year. Yvonne Akosia is on, says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Yvonne Akosia. And we have Yvonne Gariba, all the Yvonnes, you see. That's my kid's sister, beautiful sister for that matter. We have Tally Food, and Tally Food is all about the best of African food, however, raw, cooked, boiled, uh, all the chichingas, you will get it. And the one that I'm dying for is the kilishi. If you don't know kilishi, inbox me. If you want kilishi anywhere, you are going to get it. Big price. One kilishi is about, I think, €5. On TNT, if you order kilishi, it is €4. It is €4. You can prefer to pay the €5 and we donate the €1 to, kids and homeless. However, it is €4 on TNT. Kilishi. If you don't know what it is, Google it. If you don't Google it, ask me, inbox me. Then we have Wow Gathering. It's all about women empowerment. Woman, you need to love yourself first. And there was one thing I was listening, the guy said that woman, what the man needs is not love, but is respect. You understand? And he was saying that it's because you love your husband too much, that's why he's leaving you. I don't know the truth about it, but I know about the respect. You understand? And you need to respect yourself to be able to give that respect out. You need to love yourself to be able to give that love out. You need to adore yourself for somebody to adore you. Wake up, go to the nearest shop, Aldi, and dress classy. And trust me, you don't know what will happen on that way. So, women, put yourself first. That is Wow Gathering, women empowerment. And then we have some few people I need to mention very quick. We have D-Rocket Fashion. Y'all know D-Rocket Fashion. If you can see this 50-50 dress thing going here now, it's all by D-Rocket Fashion. Please, if you have any brand, any business, contact us. We'll put it on this year. We're going to be strong on, advertising stuff for you guys because we don't care about how many people are going to watch, but we care about the people that are watching it. They always create impact in my life. And I'm so grateful for all of you. So thank you very much. We have Amwenima Bakope. And she has the latest program on Facebook, and people are watching so much. We'll soon have her here. Then Ohima Mukase, that is the Queen's Kitchen. Adoma Muchia is also Adoma's Kitchen. That's another word for kitchen. Mukase and Muchia is the Muchia. What do you see? And then we have Beauty by CY Touch. It's all about the makeup, make you look fantastic. Then we have Queen Esther's Bakery. So these are the names and the businesses we are mentioning right now. From time to time, it will go low. It will go low in the sense that when we start bringing in the l'argent, then we're going to hit it far for you. You understand? We have Afritwo, where it's all about African products. So if you have an African product that you are selling, Afritwo is the best place to sell it. And Afritwo is going to go, high this year. And we want to go with all the sellers. We want to showcase you. We want to promote you. We just want to box you up there. There's a saying in Ghana. They say that the one that is climbing the tree, a good tree, we push that one. You understand? So we are going to push. Don't look at the numbers. Don't look at whatever. Where someone might take you, that person might not even have a friend. It is not how many people you know. It is knowing the right people, right? Yes. Then we have Stella's Catering. If you follow Stella Weber, you will see all her handles, and it's Stella's Catering. Please, if you see Stella's Catering, it's not only about catering. And the American, she's doing a lot. Just this one, she just dropped there small, just to make us happy and make some advert be kakra, be little be for her. You understand? If we talk about Stella is like this, you understand? You see, it doesn't match in the screen. So she has a lot. She goes into even African where she goes into donations. She's doing a lot. So if you need to follow Stella now, please don't look at me like this. Your hand, put it on the mouse, put it on your phone. Enter Stella Weber. The name is very simple. All the names I've mentioned, Mama Triple N, just go on it, click it, and then find out who that person is. And trust me, very soon you will be following, you'll be running after that person. That time, no, there's something on Facebook and Instagram and sometimes YouTube. People reach up to a level that you cannot follow them anymore. You cannot be connected to them anymore. I don't know if you know that. Yeah. So please, right now we are saying that you think that person, in your mind, that person is small. You don't know where anybody has reached. If I have money as my account, it is not on my forehead, millionaire. You understand? So if we say the name, what will happen if you go to that person's page and click follow? You are not losing money, you are not earning money. Just go there, follow. And then tomorrow, if the person becomes richer, you say, hey, I follow you. 10K. Then you receive. Thank you very much. Yes, let me see this one very fast. I'm very grateful that you are all here. I would love to know how your 2021 was, but I can't have all of you here live. So you can write in how it was. What are the changes you want to make this year? Because this year we need to change a lot of things. A lot of things. So please, you can advise us on what you have learned so far. Yeah, you can advise us on what you've learned so far. And yes, for sure, we will all do what? Learn from it. Because that is the main purpose for today. I'm still waiting on our panelists, some of them to show up. But you know something? This year, young Konkwa, we are just moving. So, panelists or no panelists, we are moving it. And I know somewhere along the line, they will be bling down on my page, and I'll just add them because for that, at least, I know and trust them. Yes. So, let's kick the ball rolling. 2021 was so lovely. TNT made a lot of positive impact, and a lot of people also created a lot of positive impact on us. Talking about, Stella Weber as well, need to take it there. There's this brother that is connected to Stella Weber, that is the husband. And this man went to Ghana, made some huge dancing concert. The concept was so fantastic. People were like, on the Okoyede and everything. But the impact this man created, you could see how Stella was dancing and Stella was moving. The Mama Pa, or show choreography. Hey, Charlie, you people are doing well. Oh. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. So happy. Yes, let me see. I'll see you, Pa. Me, Pa. And then we have, I love that. Thank you very much, Stella. And good evening, everyone. That is our Queen Esther's Bakery. That is Sister Esther. Yeah, so please, if you are on here, just feel free, go on the platform and invite people to come. Like I said, today is a free talk. So your topic is my topic. You might want to know something, even if it's personal. You want to know something about Minister D, just ask the question. And if you don't want to know anything, Krana, communicate with us. Today is a free talk. Free talk, once in a while, you understand? So just feel free, drop your comments, drop your questions, drop anything. Let's move it today. This year, I can see Rosie is on. Let me add Rosie very quick. Hey, Rosie.
Hey,
What's up?
Ade, how about you?
I'm blessed. Thank you very much. Happy New Year.
Thank you, same to you.
Yes, thank you very much. I was just running my mouth right now and you came in. So I don't know if Stella say, hey, Kweku, God bless you. God bless you. Yes. And then, yes, just to continue, I'll just add you. I'll just on the flow. Let me just flow a little bit. And then we have Tally Food. Tally Food joined us, apart from all the good things she's doing and, all the businesses and everything. She joined us on 26. It was supposed to be there 25th, but we went out on 26th. We had to share, some food and clothes, hats, handshoe, and stuff to the homeless people. And it was not the fun of it by sharing, but the fun and the blessing and the touching part of it were to know that you giving out something to someone, the person was so much in need of that thing you gave out. And that is exactly why I've seen the value in it. and it touched me so much that I'm not stopping it because I've dedicated my Christmas to do exactly that thing. And anybody who will help, God will bless you for that. You will know that whatever they brought, we didn't keep it. There were drinks, there were meat pie, there were, stuff. We brought everything out and we made sure we shared it till the last person or the last rubber bag or two, was given out because, sometimes people think when we bring it, what is he going to do? He's going to earn money. Please, when it comes to donation and you get the money in and you squander that money, God will squander you. You understand? Oh, yes, because it is not for you. It's just like you stealing. So we thank God for Tally Food joining up there. Then, of course, you all see some of the impact was after the sharing. We had some small party be to tell you, say, hey, life is not that serious, so life so you can enjoy. You understand? And I remember somebody commented, called someone and be like, hey, I saw this. You saw this, you saw that. Since we have been doing TNT, you have never commented anything positive. You saw just you to be enjoying and having life, enjoying life, and not there you called, say you saw. Close your eyes because God is going to tell you. You still hear of our glory. You understand? So let me join the 2020. Me de ne to so kra na dwa. Ni go ni ti so ba ni I don't have it. Hey, Constance.
Hello. Happy New Year.
Thanks to have you here.
Yeah.
Yes. So just making it quick, we're having some small throwbacks on, the impact we created and impact that was created on us. And of course, some of the topics that also was life changing, at least we could learn a lot out of it. And that's what we are on now because today is a free talk. So any topic, we just hit it and then we try to interact a little bit. Still asking anybody watching, please, if you have any question about Constance,
Okay.
Rosie, Minister D, just drop it here because after that, you not get closer. This year,
Okay. Minister, I would just like to ask that I have just a short meeting, about 15 minutes. I will be back. So
no
maybe
problem,
I'm just informing you so that you start, but I will join very, very soon.
no problem. Thank you,
Okay. No, sorry for the inconvenience.
no problem. Yes, you see, that is the love and the respect. At least she showed up, and that is so wonderful. That was Constance for you. So going on, Rosie, what was your experience in 2021? Before we start with the few topics that we have here, what was what was the impact that you had or the impact that was created on you? Or should I excuse you till you come back
No,
because
no, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, the kids will always be around.
okay.
So yeah. Yeah, my 2021 was exciting, was sad, was fun, was I think a bit of everything. It was more of a roller coaster, let me say, because we had or let me say I had great moments, then I had the saddest moments, then we had moments that we were okay, and you hear my baby girl.
Mhm,
Yes, so it was good and it was bad and it was not, but through it all we are still alive, as long as you're alive there is hope. But on TNT, I personally learned a lot.
mhm,
The previous year was really informing, very, very informing, because there were things that health wise, or let me say about mental health or abuse, mostly. There were things I didn't really understand that deep, but
mhm,
through TNT, I really learned a lot about it. And yeah, I've even Germans will say in Übung gesetzt oder umgesetzt.
okay. Mhm,
Yes, so TNT to me personally was great. The year was okay, and yeah, we are pushing. We are pushing.
mhm. Okay, thank you very much. Today you will probably have to, Jamal say, bremse me. You have to stop me a little bit because I'm just gonna flow today. Because today it's not on me, it's not on you, it's on our viewers to come
Mm-hmm.
with questions or topics that they want to discuss. We'll drop everything down and make sure that we put it on our top list.
Yeah. Okay.
So, some of the, let me say, themes we want to, really base on this year, or some of the things, or some of the advices I want to really get into, happens to be our kids in school. That is one thing. And then our kids in the kindergarten or krippe, as they call it here. And then one thing that I was really thinking about, and I'd like us to just jump in a little bit, that is inheritance. In Africa, we all understand that our parents came to toil and work and do whatever, and they leave you something. I mean, that is how it's in life. It's supposed to be in life. You understand? They leave you something so that you also take over. So here was a story in the past that somebody killed the father because that man was getting old. The guy will not die, and the guy has a lot of things and has nothing left for the children, in the sense, whilst he's alive till he dies, then he has to do what? Pass on that legacy he has left. So that got me thinking, and I was like, do you know something? We have actually made ourselves, accept the fact that inheritance is only then when the person, your father, your mother, your parents pass away, then you take over. That is how we have been brought up. That is the concept that people have lived and, educated their kids with. So I was thinking that we need to also, work on that thing, because you need to bring up your child for your child to be a hard working person. You need to bring up your child for your child to have a free space to think and think outside the box and, decide for him or herself, so that that child does not become, number one, a burden to you, and you will not become a burden to your child. Why am I speaking that way? Because if I be like, oh, we have this, and whenever I pass away, I'll give it to you, and you are still the person giving your child the money, and your child is still a child with an age of, let's say, 20, 30, 40. Now the child has, even though gone to school, is still expecting something at the back of the mind, that if my father passes away, if my mother passes away, if my parents are no more, I'm going to get this. So our mind somehow, in our subconsciousness, becomes a little bit lazy. You understand? So we are waiting for those things, So when you see a lot of Africans, we don't only talk about what we have achieved. And when we talk about what we have achieved, the person will be living in Europe and thinking about achievement of building a house in Africa, which this house, you are a guest when you get there. You understand? This car you are bought in Africa, you are just, the driver is actually the owner of the car, and you are the Uber passenger. You understand? So where you are is where you need to establish. Of course, we think about home. We need to get something home. But you have kids here, you have family here. You need to work. You understand? So the establishment is supposed to be, hey, work, I'm backing you. You want to be a carpenter, you want to be a shoe shine. Okay, this is how you can go. Let me invest in you. Because an African man would never invest in a child that wants to be a dancer. You understand? An African man would never invest in a child who wants to be a seller or wants to be a carpenter. But they will invest in that one who wants to go to the university and, become a doctor and become whatever. But here comes the case. If we were all born to become doctors, who's going to be the patient at the end of the day? If we're all supposed to become, name it, pilot, who is going to be a passenger? Because, of course, we all have the money. We buy our own private jet and stuff. So I drive my own private jet. Sometimes everybody has a car. I get my car, you get your car. When we drive, who is passenger? Nobody. You understand? So we need to also push people forward, or our kids forward, and let them understand that you need to make it in life. You don't say you are good for nothing, but you need to make it in life. You will make it in life. Prosperity word or prospering word, however you say the English, they will go. No, you need to speak life into your child advise and educate your child to become something. And then that inheritance now, the child is waiting for, say, when you die, he will take over. And it becomes a plus. So when you go to, I'm in Germany, so I'll say when you go to German companies, you get to know that the child has been helping in that company for years, not depending on the father or mother's money, but it's also working and is being paid. So immediately the parent passes away, he now becomes the CEO of the company and is a plus on top. You get it? And that is what we have to leave our kids with. That is how we have to bring them out. That is how we have to educate them so that their thoughts will not be, when is my father going to die? When is my mother going to die? Papa, mama, parents, you have this thing there. I need it now. No, it is I have it. So later on, if I have 2 houses and my parents happens to leave me with 4 other houses, I have 6 houses. I can do even business with it. You understand? And that is what this story got me into. Like, how will somebody sit down and say, I've killed my father, I've killed my mother, I've killed my parent, I poisoned this person? It is because of not envy, but it is the lust of, getting things that that person probably did not work for. Because the person might have not achieved anything. So the only thing that that person wants to get is exactly what the parents have died for. And then because things that you don't work for, you sometimes misuse it. And at the end of the day, with all the inheritance, they come down. Rosie, I'll leave you to say something so that I don't take all the time.
Oh, is there a particular question or to your story?
No, just add it to the inheritance thing.
Yeah, I think it's more due to us being here in Germany. A lot of people like adopt the German think wise or lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
As in, my father has his own property. When he dies, whatever happens to it is his own case. Maybe I will take over, maybe not. But here in Germany, it's more of like, as soon as you grow up, you do your own thing. You don't care about the things of your parents because it's for them. Because Germans are more of, they will invest and spend on their own family, meaning their own family is you the father, if it's a man, you the father, your wife and your child.
Mm-hmm.
So anything, the child that has come into that life, into your life, will be doing his own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's more of the black community that is into what my dad has, what my mom has left for me. Because I asked for and that's how the African Europeans that are growing up nowadays, that's how they are, honestly speaking. You were making an example, as in the house that is over there in Africa. The youth, they don't even care. They literally don't care. So when that parent passes away, it belongs to those that are there. They are not even afraid of the children here going back to take over their parents' business and all of that. So I think that could also be a topic for this year as well. How to motivate us, the youth, to have interest in the things our parents leave over for us, because all these things that they are doing is for us. So that's actually my view to the inheritance stuff. I don't know if you have a question for me, but that's my point of view about that.
Okay, thank you very much. We have Stephanie Asante all the way from Ghana. Says a very true African experience for you. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you for watching. Then we have our Papa in the house, which I've been praying and that Papa will be calm life one day for us. And this is a very wise man who needs to drop some wisdom on this platform. But wait, they said that when Moses does not even go to the mountain will come. Whether it's the other way around, there's a coming. So Papa Justice Atujura says very, very powerful and fantastic submission. But the problem is the practicalities. It's easier said than done. Yes, Papa. The truth is, one thing I've observed and in our African community is that whenever we speak of something, Papa, that's what I've observed personally. We are all like, it has been like that all this while. What can you do? And due to what can you do, Africa is in the state of how it is now. They said that Rome was not built in a day, right? So that means somebody started something somewhere and then gradually it moved on. So there needs to be an audience, number one. There needs to be an acceptance, number two. And then practically we start to step by step, because people are really in Europe and we are dying, killing ourselves, building mansions and whatever in Africa. And you have kids here. The question is, how well have you invested in those kids? All the mansions in Africa, and how well have you invested in those kids? And when I say invested, I'm not talking about money alone. I'm talking about time. Sit them down, talk to them, know what they want. And for that matter, I will give our Papa Justice Atujura, of course, a thumb up, of course, because he's a very communicative person. But the question is, it is one person. It might be two, it might be three, it might be 20. But are we all doing that? Or do we only come here to fight for ends meet and go back? We always read this Bible passage, wherever you stamp your feet, God has given it to you. If he has given it to you, what are you doing with it? Are you still acting like a stranger who is preparing his money and, all the fortunes over there, as the Bible says, in heaven, and you are perishing actually where you are, chasing Strassenman and everything? You haven't done your license. You haven't invested in any company or anything. You haven't built any company or whatever. You are just chasing, doing the small, people have been doing, let me excuse myself by saying, the APP thing, that is our the cleaning and everything, for years, and have not even come to the verge of creating a company out of it. Let me tell you one secret, and people hate it when I mostly do this comparison. When you go to the Turkish people, and I have a lot of friends that are Turkish, they also started with the cleaning stuff, right? But somewhere along the line, they created a company out of it. Now they get contracts from companies. So if you don't take care, everywhere you go, you find out that that cleaning company is either belonging to a Russian, a Polish, or a Turkish person. And they employ more of their people. So out of doing it, the person has actually upgraded in creating something. And that is where we all go for the 2-3 hours, be some small cleaning, and you understand. So somebody needs to rise up. We are all thinking of the first black person who will be in parliament and raise and become a German chancellor and whatever. But there are other things that we can do. There's a saying that cut your coat according to yourself. You have now started working. You are thinking of how to go for batons. You understand? You don't have anybody in your family who has even entered university. You are thinking of your child becoming the next chancellor. You see, so when we start gradually, step by step, with the things that we can reach, you're in Germany, you can invest, you can do this, you can add up, you can do your license, make sure, because every child will see the papa drive. Wow, my papa is driving. I will do so. And then also educate them and move those niggas. This year, we are not going to be emphasizing on racism and gossip too much, because like my apostle will say, we have said it, if you will change, you have changed already. You understand? But we need to speak more about the positive things that will elevate us and our generation. There's one topic that came up when we were having our A&D meeting, and it was like, something came up and they said that, kids are grown, they'll be better. One secret I want to tell you about your kid that is growing that will be better is, sorry to say this word, your kid might not be better because they learn from you. Your kid will only be better in the things you do. So if you're a gossiper, your child is going to become a best gossiper. If you're a positive-minded person, your child will become a better positive-minded person. So what are the things we put in our children? We need to put or give some impact that will, build them up as, hey, I have to go to work. I'm schooling. Let me put my mind in it. I have the brain, I can school. I don't have that brain. What can I do? You understand? Because, like I said, our kids and our mentality has become like the African man who has found out that free Genie engine is working in Africa. Immediately, all the friends he has, they are all doing engine business. We have found out that, oh, Minister D is doing African wear. You see all the people around, they want to do African wear. You want to go in and you say, hey, Charlie, you have skills in decoration or in whatever. Oh, everybody wants to do decoration. You see, it means we don't even have fantasies. And even the fantasy you have, no, cry your neighbor and who is not giving you money at the end of the month is going to tell you, hey, this one there goes against Christianity. This one there goes, please, if it goes against Christianity, give me the money now. You understand? And we have invested, and please, if you're a man of God, hallelujah, but this is the fact. We have invested so much in churches than we are supposed to invest in our homes. Time, money, respect, love. See, man of God, Wakoto. You see, you go to church, tithe, bam, that's your last money. You have given it out. Hallelujah. God bless you. May He increase it for you. But since we have been saying increase, no, how far has your finances increased?
That is the problem. And one thing about these things are that the pastors will accept all these hail, praises, money, respect, but will watch a woman disrespect her spouse. And when the husband reacts to it, some maybe have anger issues and all of that, but when the man reacts to it and hits the woman or something like that, he will not look at the root of it and will not tell the man what you did was wrong because you shouldn't have, yes, but he will also not tell the woman that you should have given your husband more of the respect because he's the head of the house. So I think these are things that are part of it. And you were saying something that, oh, okay, finish first, finish, just
Okay,
continue.
I'm done with that part. I'm done with that part.
Okay. One thing that you said that I loved was that our parents always want us to be the better ones, but it's about them. They don't want us to be better for ourselves, for us to be something or someone in future. Most of the times, it's more about them. I was lucky to have parents that gave me the room to decide for myself what I want to become in future. But most of the times, African parents are that, okay, my child has to be better than me due to society. My son has to be a lawyer. My son has to be a doctor by fire, by force, even if my child cannot see blood, even if my daughter can't look at her own period and is struggling with her own period, but she has to cut people open, has to be a surgeon because she has to be better. And it's the better for them. African parents never look at the angle of what is better for my child. How can my child be better for him or herself? Sometimes it also starts from mental health. You know, I was looking at a video in TikTok, and it took me so much back to our African parents. It was an American lady. Unfortunately, her 20-year-old daughter committed suicide on Valentine's Day.
Mm,
And after her daughter committing suicide, she realized it was about her mental health,
mm.
you know and all these things add up for some children that they fall into depression. They have that mental health problem because they have to be the better version of the family, of the parents, because as soon as you don't want to do what your parents want you to do to be the better person for themselves, you become the abomination of the family, the black sheep. How can my child become a tailor? How can my child become a verkäufer? Ah, if in an African household a child does an Ausbildung as Einzelkaufsfrau or whatever they call it, als Verkäuferin, hey, the parents will if her friends gather and the topic is about their children, they will talk around it, because for them it's a shame. But you'll never know that one day your child will become the Geschäftsführer of that Geschäft. You know, our parents should start motivating us, the children, to be the better person we want to be where we are right now. And if we're in a bad situation, as in drugs and all of these negative things, find a way to talk to your child, but don't put that pressure as in you have to be better than me, so go to school and all of that. But if your child decides to be a tailor, motivate your child. Look for seminars for your child to just go and meet other tailors, for them to have the most craziest design. Someday your child will be designing for Hollywood stars. All those kente and all those materials that we have been seeing in the Hollywood movies that we are proud of, it was a child that was once a tailor. So that's what I want to add to it, that our African parents shouldn't expect us to be better than them as they wanted, but to be better than as we wanted as our own selves, because we have different characters and we are different people.
Thank you very much. So you see, when you get close to your child, you get to know all these values about them and what they want. And like I said in the beginning, we should educate and also adopt the lifestyle of pushing your kids into the right direction, adding up to their values, and knowing a lot about them. You see, so that the child will have the chance to choose. And also, one thing I want parents to also understand, that on this platform, please, when you come on, don't run off. Yeah, we are all sharing ideas. Is to also accept mistakes of their kids, because there's no child that started walking right from birth. So they will do that mistake. And the funny thing is, there's also no child after, coming to the earth, somebody held the hand and made sure till you walk, I won't leave you. So sometimes allow them, give them room to exploit, to make some mistakes and learn out of it. You see, I made a funny joke, I think last year or last 2 years, about me driving in a car with my mom and me from Ghana, fresh, not knowing anything here. And I saw this metal things in the middle, and I asked, is this also for the train? A whole African man in Africa, how many times do you see train passing by? My mom was like, can't you use your brain? Does this look like a train rails? You understand? And I felt so bad in myself, like, sorry for asking. You understand? So these are some of the things. Allow that child to, in quote, ask some stupid questions, and you are the wise one. Germans always say there's no, how do they say?
Blöde Frage, dumb question.
There's no dumb question, there's no foolish question. A question stands to be a question, no matter how often I ask, and it's better to ask more than never ask. You understand? The only, let's say, dumb thing can be the answer. And that is the only thing. A question is a question. So we need to let our kids explore, let them go out, let them do some mistakes, let them learn from it, teach them. You can never expect a child to have done something you have never taught him or her. But you can praise your child for doing something you have not taught that child, and yet the child is doing. Yes, that is good. But since you haven't taught that child, if the child is making a mistake, correct that child, and that will be cool. So we'll come to that. And one of the topics we want to, kill here, Papa says that he wants to join this conversation one day. Papa, one day, sir, we haven't received you here. I'll see, you are very right. But the problem is that, do we give our children the needed exposure? Yes, the Turkish people are very, very family oriented as Africans. That's the funny thing. As Africans, they bind together. And only as them, they're binding together is the problem. Copy, African. Okay. So the next thing is, we need to also talk about, I wouldn't say religion, but Christianity on its own. And I know Papa Justice will be like, I need you on this platform for that Christianity thing, because it is funny to know that whenever you want to ask a question, when it comes to Christianity, you end up with it's either you believe it or not. It is what the Bible says and all. But what if I don't understand? Do I have also room to ask a question that somebody will answer? And that is not happening. And we only explain for the Bible says. That is what the Bible is saying. When the Bible was being written, you didn't have an iPhone. So now that I have an iPhone, what is the Bible now saying? And we need to understand that. And I've prepared. So I'm waiting for Papa, and I'm waiting for some people. There will be a debate, there will be a discussion. We are going to hit on the nail top. You understand? So that brings us to what TNT is going to be about this year. We want to talk about values. We want to talk about values. Values in the sense of valuing yourself. That is fine. There's one thing. Today, Papa, you are here. I'm going to quote you, sir. Papa always say this thing. I'll say, the way you sell your thing is the way people you value it and buy it. So imagine I am having the brand new, I don't know, call it Bugatti, and I handle it like the previous Golf 2. People are going to value it the same way, right? So how I put my value, the things I value, time, people, the things surrounding me, that is where you need to place value on, because this woman empowerment, that is the Wow Gathering, is how you value yourself. How you value yourself will tell the friends and people around you how to value you too. If you are a black person and you go out there using the N word because you think you are cool and you are whatever, that is how the whites are going to take it. Like I said, this year we are not going to base on racism and gossip, because we find out that we need to work on ourselves, right? And forgive this platform if we are not too much on your politics and we are not too much on the insulting ways, because we want to learn more, we want to add to it. And whilst adding to it, we can implement them back home. You understand? But if you don't learn anything, like our politicians come here and they see the glass and kwan, glass and kwan, glass and kwan, they go back and they do wood and kwan, gata and kwana, and then it looks like us. I say, wow. Let me add my dear sister Constance to the platform. Welcome, Sister Constance.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yes, we are on the topics of this year, or the things we want to really handle. We have talked about the kids at school and the kids in kindergarten, inheritance, religion for very short, because we will just break them down whilst everything goes on. If you still
Okay.
have any topic or any idea you want us to, kick on today, because a free talk, we just add it. Right now we're on the values, taking over, and determination. That is what we have for this year.
Yeah. That is a very good and a broad topic here. But for me, one thing that I would like to remind our viewers, or probably with our people, is that when you talk about value, like as you were saying, so what value have you placed on yourself? And what you are doing, what value have you placed on it? Values are very, very important in all that you do. It's like, let's say in computer terms, LIFO, first in, first out. It's like what you put in, garbage in, garbage out. You see, but if you put in a good thing in, you definitely bring out a good thing. So it's like, if you value yourself, the way you do your things, the way you talk to people, it tells a lot about you. Yeah, maybe you are an entrepreneur, or maybe you are combining businesses, you are doing any other job for somebody. At least what value have you placed on yourself? Are you the type who you're always complaining? Everybody around you, everybody makes a mistake except you. You are always right. What sort of value have you put on yourself? You see that maybe the circle around people wouldn't like to sort of hang around with you. Maybe have you checked your attitude very well? The way you speak, the way you talk to people, is it attractive enough for somebody to come in the next time? Or probably for you, you are like, I always have to tell my mind to people this. So it's like you are always finding fault with people. You don't have a problem. And in this world, we don't live like that. We learn from people. We learn from things even around us.
Yes.
You learn and then you see how you manage it to suit yourself best. And that is the value that you placed on yourself. If you go about insulting everybody around you, eventually everybody will leave you because nobody wants to feel that kind of to be belittled. No.
Yes.
Yeah. So it depends on how you value yourself. That is the way people will return it back to you. You know, if you insult, definitely somebody will also insult you back. And it's like, yeah. But then if you sort of say words of encouragement, people will always like to be around and also get something from you. Yeah. And aside that, people also recommend people to people. You know, in this world, it's always about, as we say, whom you know. Yeah, sometimes it's not always about whom you might do something and an opportunity will just come say, oh, I remember this person. You know, and just one person recommending you to somebody, and that is the boom for you. It just moves you to another level. So we all have to check our lifestyle, especially we Africans in diaspora. We think, hey, we have landed. We think everything is about us. We know it all. You know, that kind of attitude that sometimes we disregard other people. We think somebody should feel less because you think, oh, you are the bugger in your family. Everybody is looking up to you. So it's like you feel too proud to even come down to a certain level. Yeah. So
Thank you
that's
very
all I'll
much.
say for now.
Yes, let me quickly go there. Papa says that I really like your program because it's very, very educative, devoid of insult and propaganda. Thank you very much. And Nana Kusi Obeniwa says, hi guys, and please bring Mommy's dad one day. And we are trying. The bulldozer is not working, so the day it will work, you can if you want to. It's open to all. Yes, thank you very much. So the reason why placing value on what you do or who you are is important, at least to the topics of TNT, is that I believe that many have come and they are willing. The thing is, they have placed value, like nowadays, women have placed value on their doctors and their, front side and everything. So now the value of a woman is no more what the woman can do and what the woman has there. It is what you have on your chest and what you have on your back. So every picture, you can now go to Instagram as I'm talking. Almost every picture of a lady, wants you to see Botox and everything. But here comes the days that we used to say Sebe Ebajimi bread. That means the olden days where our forefathers and fathers were damp. Let me use that word. But in that manner, I always say that nowadays we are really damp because we have lost value of who we are.
Yeah.
Because who you are happens to be where you are coming from. So, adults or people that are a little bit older will always say that, remember where you come from. And that is where we have to start placing the values. Let me give an example in churches, which I've experienced, and in places, because I might go there and I'm not wearing that, prison suit, that thing that will close you and the tie. And when they see you, they'll be like, hey, Brad, I to say and everything. Let someone who probably, and excuse me to say, has nothing up here, might enter with suit and everything. Hey, good evening, sir. You understand? So we have placed value on the looks of people without trying to get closer to that person to know who this person might be. When people come to Europe, Constance and Rosie, those that have lived here and those that are born here, they mostly don't respect them. So here comes the case that we had our youth meeting and I was telling the youth that please, anybody in life, whether old or young, you have to respect that person because there are people that have even PhD degree, might have not have any work to do in Africa, but up here they have a lot and they have a lot to teach you. That is disrespectful. But just because of Kratasem and because of what they call Asala, that you just came in whatever, and people see you and they talk to you anyhow. And when we go back home, you find out that you were talking to a prince. You were talking to the government son. the governor's son, sorry, you were talking to son. You know, we don't need to go back home to realize, but is it not nice if we place value on each other and be like, oh, Sister Constance, you might be 14 years, I might be 60 years, but I respect you.
Yeah.
Just because you are a human being. And I think when that thing starts, we start giving ourselves value now. The people around us, and when I say people around us, I mean the whites, the Chinese, anybody who is not from you will start placing value on you because
Yeah.
this is how you move. Right now, I was talking about Turkish people. Anybody who knows Turkish, I have a lot of Turkish friends.
Yeah.
They are hot-tempered. There are days they will pull this, they will pull that. But I still respect them because they respect each other. You understand? They have a close-up group that you don't dare
Yeah.
mess with one. But in our case, you can mess with one, we add even the others to it. You see, so we need to place value on what we do. Somebody said something today, I think it was even a man of God, I've forgotten the name. He said that, you know, nobody can force you if you don't want to rise up. If I want to place value in you, I want to bring the good out, I cannot never force you.
Yeah.
But in reverse, it is easier to pull people down. With my bad attitude, I can get you there. And since it is easier to bring the negative out of people, you see people, the mass will be following the negative thing, and we find out that, oh, it might be true because everybody is going there.
Yeah.
You see? So Papa was saying something that it is hard. Yes, it is difficult, but when you are outstanding and you know what you're doing is right and you move it, one person will add up. Maybe in 20 years, another person will add up. But the impact you are creating, that is where we need to place the value. You see, I've worked with a lot of people, be it on Facebook and whatever, and these people, as Constance said, whatever they say, they want it to go. But that's not how life is. You understand? So we need to place value on ourselves, the things we do, our time, and people in 2022, people will be like, I want to change this and that. I want to do this and that. Please, the fact is, all those things, if you quite remember, you said that 2021. Probably you said that 2022. And you said that 2019. The only reason why you have not been able to do it is because you didn't place value on it. It's because you didn't discipline yourself to it. You understand? So it is this year that you want to try. Don't try. Do it. Because this year has a lot for you, just like the previous year had. The funny thing is the year is only the numbers that are changing. The days are the same, 24 hours. The 365 are still the same. Apart from technology, nothing is happening. You are as wise as you are, and probably you are as foolish as you were. You understand? So the only thing you need to do is to place value on the things you want to achieve. And I believe if this year goes to an end and you have disciplined yourself, you have placed value on it, and nothing has changed, you have to consult your parents. I think that will be a little of advice for all of us here. And before I go to the next point that says taking over, today we'll not make it too long. We just hit on the points, and then from next week, we'll start with our main topics. Taking over. How can we take over? And what do you even want to take over? Is it your wife? Is it your kids? Is it your job? Or what are the steps you want to take over this year? Let me quickly read this so that I'll give room for Rosie and Constance to manifest their beautiful words and voice today. Nana Akosia Obeniwa says that for Africans, we respect people due to the car or dresses they are wearing. Even in Ghana, in some places, they have where small cars park and Range Rovers park too. Treat people equally. Thank you very much for this vital advice. Papa said that there are three people in this world: those that you meet and will be a blessing to you. Yes, those that you meet and will be a lesson to you. Hey, Papa, preach. And the third person is third person will be a blessing and a lesson to you. I will explain it one day, Papa. Why today be one day when there is one day? And Anna Akosia Obenewa says that, oh, the resolution and plans, dear, it only lasts till March. You see people be, I'll do this, match, you try, well, what was it again? Yeah, so Rose,
Some it's even in January.
come again.
Some it's even in January, starting with their salaries.
Yes, so
They finish their salaries in advance, so the resolution I mean everything is over.
excuse me, rather, but it's so true, eh? The motivation, most of them, they're mostly those that start the gym. You see them by March.
Thank you. This one there goes against me. I started gymming 2002. I've not even gone there to pick one hand.
It's not easy. To
The
be
food is sweet
consistent is
now.
really this. You need a lot of discipline.
Yes. So they're taking over now. How do we see the taking over this year?
Is that a question to me?
To both of you.
How to take over this year, or what to take over? I think I need to take over myself. That is the first priority. Because if you don't take over yourself, you will not be able to take over something else. Because when you are in control of yourself, that is exactly when you have the power to take control over other things, because taking over is more for somebody that that is disciplined. Hold on. That is more disciplined, because you can only take over something when you are strong enough. Because like the Bible says, the violent shall take it by force, meaning everything that you are taking over, you have the strength for it. So you have to build on your strength first before you can take over, because that's why the most of the times the New Year resolutions never work, because we've not been able to take over ourselves, as in maybe discipline. You take that, okay, I'll take over discipline this year. And as soon as you take over discipline and you have it in your own hands and you stand tall and you stand straight, that is when things start to work. So I would say that this year, my plans are to take over myself, to be disciplined enough. And when you have discipline, you are a disciplined person, that is when you can become rich, because with discipline comes with consistency and all of these things. So taking over myself, for a short.
Thank you. Before Sister
Yeah.
Constance come in, good evening, you guys, and Happy New Year to you all. Randy Pani, good evening, Happy New Year. Glad and happy to have you here. Nakaino, I've said one.
Yeah, Nakaino, that's it. Yeah, and so just as Rosie said, taking over, every individual, you know yourself best. You know what you are going through, and you know the plans that you have made for yourself. Just like our resolutions, that is where it's like, oh, I have made, there is something within me I wish to change, or probably I'm at this level, I wish to move at this level. It takes a lot of self-discipline.
Yes.
And for us as Africans, one thing I really find it difficult with us is our time management. Time management. It's a big issue for most of us Africans. When we are having a meeting, or maybe as we put, you have a termin somewhere, look at how we go faster. But let a fellow African make a program. And in fact, I won't even take myself out, because we are all equally guilty. The moment we see that, oh, this person is doing this at this time, we all relax. It's like, even though we will go, we'll make our impact and other things. Our time management is very, very, very bad.
Yes.
It looks like we've carried the African things within us, we've brought it here. And up to now, even though we've mingled with the whites, we've not been able to sort of change our attitudes when it comes to time. Yeah, so it's something that we ourselves, we have to learn to do it. Maybe when there is a program and you schedule that it's starting at this time, we should make sure we start at that time, irrespective of the number of people who are there. Yeah, so if we stick to those ones, I think we will really move forward as as a people here, people that, let's say, Africans, we will really move forward well. And that is what, and when we do it 1 or 2 times, definitely our people will change.
Okay.
When he come once and it's like, I missed it, by the time he gets there, we are closing. Next time, nobody will tell him that be on time. Yeah. And so these are some of the things that we can really we really, really want to take over. It shouldn't just be a lip service, like we say it, but the following year we are still at where we are. We will always be talking, but the impact will be a bit less. And as the years are going, we are also growing. So it's like, if you don't do certain things that you plan to do, before you realize you are getting towards old age, you have achieved nothing. You see, and you are like, hey, I wish I had done this. Time is something that when it goes, you can't really take it back. So now that we have the strength and other things that whatever we plan to do, we should make sure we discipline ourselves enough to make sure all our plans will come. At least you cannot do everything, but the major items that you set out to do that, this year, at least I'm at level 20. I wish to go to 50. So you see that the speed with which we start, if you continue, the next time to make you move ahead faster.
Yes.
So that is the process that we can all really take over whatever we want to take over in our lives.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. I had this time, how did you call it? Lip service. Maybe you don't do now worship on Kwan. So you need to take over your time management. And if one of the things that we lack in Europe, most of us, is also the financial takeover. I'm not saying go and take over somebody's finances. Your own finance, your own lifestyle. Yes, unyeska obeto a Range Rover, so unyeska wenum. So you want to buy something, you have an aim, but immediately money, sometimes it's funny, immediately money comes, it directs you to things that you have never, dreamt of, you never planned to buy. It takes you there. So that is where the discipline comes in, the values come in, and then the determination, which is actually the last point, but it is also attached. You need to focus on the thing. So if you find problem with your finances, I have a good guy for you on this platform, except you are not on our platform here, dear. Mr. Godfred. If you Google Godfred, you see Godfred. Very handsome guy, good looking. It's not only handsome in the looks, also for finance. The guy will teach you a lot. We'll have him here on this platform as well, because there are some little things you can do to save money. There are little things you can do to invest, you understand? And we lack all those things because, like I said earlier, all your plans is in Africa. As an African, as a Christian, all your plans is in heaven. So you are not actually on this planet. You are not
on this earth.
You want to leave. I say you have to die just in the spirit. But once you're on this planet called Earth, there are things moving around that you need to, connect to some of these things, so that a year by this time you will not still sit there and be like, Mekura, I couldn't buy this. My plans was to make my hair like me. I wanted to grow my hair, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do this. Why couldn't you do it? Because of the lack of discipline, because of you not taking over your finances. Because I know people, and honestly speaking, they are doing part-time job. They're not even earning those money we are earning, no, part-time job. And they have made it possible, say, they have built something for themselves that now those that were earning more than them now go to them to borrow money.
Yeah.
How do they do it? Because they have 4 hands or 2 heads? No, it is because they were disciplined in saving, they were disciplined in investing, they were disciplined in a lot of things. I'm not saying you are not making it because you are not disciplined, but yes, somehow, somewhere, you are lacking something. How can all this, Gemma say, rational, all bills come on you? Is because you put your hands there. One thing we need to discipline ourselves is mostly when it comes to our African parent. Anywhere you go, they tell you, the only thing they hear is and then they put their signature on it. They didn't understand anything. You see? So at the end of the day, the bills will be running into your letterbox, and you ask yourself, how did these things happen? If you don't understand, get someone who understands it more. Then when you get that angibot, they say, I don't know how we say, that offer, that sounds so good. Rethink about it. How am I going to see myself in the next year? Would I love to still be paying this thing in the next 5 years? If okay, then do it. And that is how the people that we met in Europe, that's how they think. They think ahead. They think in the next 10 years. They think in the next 20 years. They don't think of tomorrow. You understand?
Yeah.
So you need to fix that. Once again, the name is Godfred. I want you to follow Godfred.
Godfred
Schultz. Thank you very much. And he will definitely, he has time for everyone. That's one thing I like about him. He takes time, and if he hasn't got time, he'll tell you to contact him again. He will help you. He happens to be a very fine Ghanaian. You understand? And yes, he will educate you on some of these things. We need to take over. When you hear take over, don't go and take over somebody's life. Don't go and take over somebody's wife. Don't go and take over somebody. Take over your whole life and make sure you are in control. One thing, Constance, one thing I fear personally is to lose control over the things I can control. I don't know if it makes sense. I don't want to control anyone or anything, but the things that I can control, when I lose control, that is the only fear, because that is when you can know you have messed up.
Yeah.
Because you could have avoided those things, you see. And sometimes we just go there, we give, and when we say, there's one thing about Nigerians alike, they don't fear to invest. So when it's coming, you'll be sitting there, Saka, wow, then. No. Any good thing that comes in a black man's life is either juju, it's either Sakawa, it's either whatever.
Blood money.
Let me I think I've made some comments. Let me start from here. Nana Akosua Obenewa says that you can't give what you don't have. First of all, is self-love. Thank you very much. There are a lot of bitter people everywhere. Taking over power, dear. Stand in a mirror and voice out your weaknesses. That is accepting your weaknesses, required to voice out and put them on a paper to bring them on good board. Thank you very much. And Sunshine in the Rain is watching all the way from GH. You are doing well. Thank you very much, sister, for joining us. And recently she had her birthday, which we celebrated home and abroad. And now she is Minkaya, I think 40 young. 40. Hey, sorry, my car age. And another question over discipline, taking over our finances, stop saving and spending.
Haphazardly,
PhD. Especially women, let's stop buying things we don't need.
Yeah.
I'll say that procrastination is the thief of time. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do this. I'll do that.
And you know, one thing that people here usually something that they waste money on, alcohol. Alcohol. You see it as, it's just €2. It's just €5. You know, they don't really calculate. See the number of alcohol that people here, especially we Africans, we consume. Sometimes I marvel. And it's like, whoa, you know, all these things. At least if you want to take alcohol, nobody is stopping you, but let it be on the lower side.
Yes.
Because alcohol is such that usually it's addictive. Once you start with 1 bottle, the next day it tells you go to 2. Before you realize you are drinking a crate a day, and then calculate the number of the amount of money you spend on alcohol each time. You know, if you had saved half of it by the end of the year, you could have done something better with it. So, because here usually you see the beers are cheaper, this, so people, you see them drinking, and for our African brothers, we should also consider that alcohol, aside the health issues, you know, it's also draining your pocket.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe you are young, you think, let me drink, let me do this. A time will come, you are just wasting your liver. A time will come, you see that when you are a bit older, that you are supposed to enjoy your rental and that, maybe your pension money, that is where you are fighting to save your life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so
Can I
we should
please go
do.
off for a short while, then I'll come back.
No problem. No problem.
Okay.
Mhm. Yes, that is very true. We have also Victor A. Owusu, also Derek. This is Tupac. Discipline is very important, I guess, Derek. Yes. Thank you very much, Tupac, for showing up. Yami Inshallah. Yeah, so these are the things that we will be bringing on TNT. If you are very, let's say, if lifestyle, if what you are doing in Europe, in the however they call it here, whether Germany, wherever, if it's important for you how to move forward, these are the things we are very, eager to teach and also learn. It's not like we sit here and we know everything, but what we know, the little that we know, we want to share with you and also learn from you guys. And as you see, Constance, to me, Constance is one of my dictionaries here. I help, yes, definitely. I can say that of a lot of people that are on here, like Nana Kosi or Beniwa. We will also bring back the sex topic on this platform for sure. We are not going to kill any vibe, so please, when it's coming, we just write 18. If you are not 18, because there are a lot of things we need to, learn that will help ourselves.
Yeah.
If you can't help yourself, you can't help another person.
Yeah.
So we need to help ourselves to help those around us and also make a broad life relationship and stuff juicy. Because sometimes people be like, the family that is waiting for me in Africa, you want to go and buy, you want to go and make your hair. You want to go and do this. But the family back home, they are eating, they are surviving, they are living in that house that when the water closet spoils, now they still call you. Understand? And then you are living with somebody's child here, and then you don't cook for that child or that person, and you are not spending on that lady. All these things. And bringing value to your life is also knowing what to do first. That is why the religious part is important for me, because, like I said earlier on, we have invested a lot. Let me say one thing here. So I asked my mom this question. I said, Mom, what has church done for you? And my mom, as how do they say, she's actually a Roman Catholic. Doing good is natural, and her lifestyle is doing good. So I said, what has church done for you? And she was like, it's all up to God. I said, I didn't ask you what God has done for you. But I asked you what the church has done for you. So if the church is a community or a group of people, and since I came to Germany, and since I know my mom, a very big giver, strong giver, keyboard, whatever. But then I asked her, how many of the church members travel to come and buy in your Afro shop? You get it? So you cannot tell me it's all about giving whilst you don't give back.
Yeah.
I cannot wake up and see I have 20 euros, calculating my children. I have to buy this for them. No, let me stop it. Let me go and pay tithe. Don't you think at a point in life, God might even slap you himself? Oh, yes. So the joy of your kids, you call it sacrifice, but in your knowledge, then your Bible tells you Christ sacrificed just once for you not to sacrifice anymore, but for you to enjoy the sacrifice that he did and abide and live by his word. You understand? So let me take some people, for example, you have grandchildren. You have never made time for your grandchildren, but every day, Monday to one, you are in church. You understand? But the first church God gave to you happens to be your home.
Your family.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So there are things we need to wise up. And of course, when I say this on this platform, I'll be able to me assign you fast. They will tell you, I don't mind this year to speak the truth.
Yeah.
This is TNT. You need to learn and we need to grow and mature up. It is good to invest in your church, but do your homework first. It is good to build a church auditorium or whatever. Build your home first. You understand? You cannot ask for a pastor.
And even with this the church and stuff, it's a big issue when it comes to Africa. People are starving. People are, it's like their fees. You see somebody, the fees, they don't have money for fees, but they will go to the church, give it out, and papa and daddy and this, worshiping the man of God. You see, and sometimes there are lots of things. Some of these things we say it as a common sense. It doesn't mean we are Satan. We are against the church of God. No, you know, God is a God of order. You need to put order in your life before you can give it back. After all, who has even seen God? It is all by faith. If we have not seen him, did he tell us that we should come and give him money physically? It's amongst ourselves that we can help. So it's like if something is going wrong in your family, you need to sort that out first before taking it to. After the man of God, he is there. He is supposed to work. That's why I always oppose pastors who think DS is to depend on church, and putting pressure on people, selling unnecessary items in the name of God will heal you, God will do it. You know, sometimes you think about it, you're like, no, are people really possessed or what? Because there are some of the things you really need to think about it and say that no, it is not worth it. It's not worth it that the letter I have, instead of my kid starving or probably what I need to get for my kid, I'll say, oh, God first. So you go to take it to the house of God. You go and pay your tithe, everything. Meanwhile, you are suffering. And the worst thing is, it's like our attitudes are bad. You don't have a good attitude, but you want to present yourself in church as if you are a saint. Meanwhile, when you come home, it's bad. Some people are not even talking to their husbands. I mean, the sort of things that are happening in the bedroom, it's so bad. But you go to church, pretend as if everything is, or she is a saint or something. So it's like, if you don't sort out what is happening in your home, all that we are doing is just eye service, just what people are seeing. In you know, just as Jesus said that the parable of this woman, the widow's mite, you know, people were giving big for them to be recognized, but that woman just paid. He said, amongst all of you, she is the one who had, because that is all she had, the letter. But you want to show off.
Yes.
You see, and that is what most of us want to do. We want to prove that yes, we have landed, because that is the only time that people, you know, within the church, when you are able to give and do this, people respect you and that kind of thing. Then the pastor thinks, oh, I'll pray special prayer for you alone and that kind of thing. But it's high time we think about all this things. You know, just as in our country, just look at the 31st. That they said that nobody should should prophesy. You know, if you give certain prophecies, you have to prove realistically why are you saying that this person is going to die? Come and show us who told. You know, when they put this embargo on prophecies, look at what happened. So last I was just asking myself, so does that mean there is, it's like a generated prophecy or what that really comes only on 31st night? Just because people are willing to hear certain things, so let me go in. But the moment they put embargo on it, now look, and everybody is just walking around as they are.
And still, there's one pastor that went ahead to bath the ladies in his church using say direction. You say it's not true. Washing a lady or a married woman's body, sitting in front, opening vagina to you for you to wash it. So don't you have a little bit
of even decency?
You see, so these are things that, like I said, this year is going to cry on this platform, because we need to talk about certain things and talk about things, because a lot of people in Europe, mostly in Europe, in Africa, they have dedicated, and whatever you say, they can even come to your house and match it. But in Europe, I mean, you have come here. Well, if you didn't know now, you know. The person that brought to you, is contemplating with it. So why don't you read to understand for God to show? My thing is, please, anybody on this platform, I want to make this clear. Making sure your church building is being paid is not part of what we are saying. Once you are in a group or in a society, you need to make sure it is moving. But then the church or the society or the group is supposed to find a way to make sure it is working. Not to tell you things that will blow your mind. Prophecy, and if you don't pay this, you are going to hell.
It's like you are even paying because you are scared.
Yes, exactly.
You are being forced to pay something because hey, everybody's going. If I don't go, this will happen to me. So let me. You know, sometimes people don't do it even out of their hearts. They are just doing it because they want people to see that okay, me too. I also contributed something. Yeah.
Yes. And I like this comment here. Let me read it quickly. And it is not the woman that are to be blamed for allowing the pastor to do that to them. Honestly, both are though to be blamed, but I personally blame the man of God, the so-called man of God, more. Why? If you're a man of God, I always say this thing that when you are going to your Bible school, no, there should be a spiritual impact. There should be a kind of wisdom you have acquired to be ahead of something. You get it? So everything about that wisdom is telling you, say, a married woman, put that woman in front of you, because those people you are calling, they are eager to see, like you said, to hear and to know what is the next step, what is this, because they are probably lazy in their mind. That is what I'll say, because the day Christ died, if you read your Bible, see the curtains of Holy of Holies, it opened.
It just ripped into two.
That means you and I have the access to go to God. So why do you wait for a man of God to come and tell you something? That's why I blame both, but mostly the man of God, because you know better.
Yeah.
You understand? So these are things that we are definitely going to talk about it. Come what may, I have prayed to my God and I have made sure that I'm clear in my mind, because there are things that needs to be said. We are going directions that is actually even against what we read. You understand? So those things that make people be like, hey, don't talk about it. Hallelujah. If you're good with it, please go on. Kill your home, build the temple of God, and trust me for my word. And God will slap you for that. Trust me for my word. You understand? So you need to make sure that your home is at peace, your home is stable, respect-wise, financial-wise. Then what you have, you can give. Because in Germany, for example, in Europe, Constant, please correct me. If you don't pay your bill for a month or two, your rent, you think that the government is going, oh, you're a Christian, let's hope for you. If you go to ID, if you go to ID, you buy your basket or your tutor food, then you go to the castle, then you be like, oh, my God's grace, God.
Oh my God. Oh my
think
God.
about it. You see, so please, let's be honest in things that we do. And trust me, being transparent has landed some pastors way up there where they are. I know of pastors in Ghana, they don't go with this too much of prophecy thing, but they teach.
Yeah.
And the people are willing to give.
Yeah.
So why will you every man bring another man of God, bring whatever, then you are sowing seed? One thing that I love so much is pastor's appreciation or harvest, where they tell you to pay something. It's good. It's good. Your harvest is good. But when I'm appreciating you, is it you that is going to tell me how to appreciate?
How to appreciate, yeah.
You know, we should be wise on those things. But then, well, we are the church. Once you are part of it, if you don't like it, leave. Then they will tell you those things. And the same person you are bringing everything to will abuse you in front of the church. Like, excuse me. You understand? So, well, we'll not go there too much, but these are some of the topics. I think we have this one. Stella said that it's going to be wow. Thank you very much, Stella. Stella said it's true, pa. And then Ian says that I won't allow anyone to tell me to do that. Thank you very much. And one thing I have to say, some of these men of God, if you're a man of God, bless you, they don't go naturally. So that is something we have to be careful of. Somebody will tell you something with whatever you see you follow before you are done is something else. So this year is about our kids. It's about inheritance, how to build your home, how to build your kids, not to put in their head, when I die, you get this. They will kill you so that they get this. To make sure religious-wise, we are building our spiritual, man, and we are living on earth. We have to know what to do for real, the values in life, how to take over your own stuff, and your determination, the focus, your time, not to procrastinate, and what you want to do is what you have to put forward. Forget about who is gossiping, who is jealous about whatever. At the end of the day, it is about you. And that is what you are supposed to concentrate. My goal for this year is definitely, I'm not going to follow anybody who said, he said. But if I know it is you, so, yes, Constance, tell us something, the last word, so that...
Yes, and also I think this year what we can also really look into is self-empowerment. When it comes to, with the women, it's like women has been relegated to the background a lot. And this is the time to be enlightened. Women, we shouldn't really be satisfied with just where we are. Okay, I'm married, I have 2 kids, so that is it. Don't, it's like all the burden on the men. Do something. You have brains, you have, hands. You have to do something to empower yourself. We are in a modern world. Women, we are taking over. We are not competing with our men. Our men will always be ahead, but then we have to be a helpmeet to them.
Yes.
So it's like, and that kind of, we be in Africa, Africans here, it's like, even for couples, we are sort of they are couples living together, but each one have their own plans and they are doing things behind each other's back home. So, I met one man and he was lamenting bitter. I was like, hey, so all this one was having, I was being with this lady. She has constructed some 10-bedroom apartment. I never knew. It's like I don't have any idea. And she was always worrying me, money, money, money. And, the man really felt bad. Like, oh, at least if you are doing something, just let me know. Don't do it as if it's a secret thing, as if you are competing with each other. For God's sake, you are partners. And then probably you have 1 or 2 kids or something between you. You can do something so that it boosts up you. Women, we should be thinking of maybe that we are too wise, we are this, we are that. We should really calm down, know how to relate to ourselves, amongst ourselves very well, know how to be with our men. Certain lifestyles, it's not worth it. There are some things that it's not even needed, but we should look for good information, things that will really help boost our self-esteem, that would make us bring impact on our society and wherever we find ourselves. Yeah. So it's something that we also really look at. We won't really focus on the negative things, but we will focus on the positive aspects that we can really do. And then we can also have other people coming in to tell us, probably successful women, successful men, what they do, probably to give an advice. It's not everybody who is really willing to share certain secrets, but you can give a highlight on something that you think, if we should do it this way or do something that we all pick 1 or 2 from them. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And one topic we are definitely not going to talk about this year, and I'll quote my pastor, I'll say, when we talk about sin, you want us to preach sin. We have been preaching sin since the book at Neza. If you change, you would have changed. One topic we're not going to talk about is to unite. Unity is something that is very important, but since we have been talking about, if you would have changed, that you would have changed for a long time. You understand? Because we have 2022, and if you still don't know that you have to unite and don't be a backstabbing person, then I think you have to wake up from the stone age and come back to 2029. So we are not going to talk about unity. We are not going to talk about racism. We are going to focus, as Constance said, on the positive things, the things we can achieve, the things we can do, and the things we are supposed to do. So that will be of blessings to us, that, fighting the battle that actually we are supposed to, do. Because one thing I've realized, when Germans are starting something like a bakery or whatever, you find out that it starts from one person, either the neighbors or associates from the school, let's say the kindergarten, the parents that are, hey, I want to do this. They will help, even for free. And that thing will become big, and they all start, investing. They benefit then from it at the end of the day. But in our case, if I start bakery, you go and start another bakery.
Start
shoemaker, you go and start shoemaker. Instead of putting the little idea we have together. So why should we talk about it since you have made up your mind? You understand? So it is only the things that we can do. That is what we are going to. We are not going to do lip service and eye service here. I love those. Like I said, once again, when it's about finance, he hasn't asked me to do any advert for him. But I think that we should help brothers here on this platform. Go on Facebook and just find out who Godfred Schultz is, and then he will help you in that area. And yes, that is it. Self-empowerment. I love that one very much. And let me quickly read the comments. We are done for today. God bless you. Just have a good relationship with God and you can also be a prophet or a prophetess. Nana Akosua Beniwa says that some women just lose themselves in the name of marriage and raising children. We should sit up and go higher. We all have something special in us. Find your gift and pray. Cut off negative friends. Thank you very much. And then the last one is that vibe with people with values and also add value to your life.
Yeah.
And if you find that you have a topic that you want us to talk about, please just comment on TNT, inbox us. We'll just make it a point and then we talk about it. And for sure, we'll always find solution. We don't know it all, but as Constance said, we'll time to time be bringing in people to inspire us, people to educate us, people to tell us their stories so that we know that we also can get somewhere if you are not there already. God bless you all. Constance, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Have a nice
Have a great week ahead. Okay, bye.
week.